Alright, yes, I'm sitting on the concrete. Yes, I'm using my car light as lighting because I really wanted to record this during the sunset, but I found myself busy, so let's just talk here. I actually just recorded this video and it was like 7 minutes long, but I had recorded it at my pool and you can't really hear me because like the stream is like going into the water and the background noise was too much. So let's just get to the point. So I just had a really long, in-depth, and refreshing conversation with a friend of mine about racism, the government, politics, and religion. Let's start with religion, because that's what I'm really going through right now, the concept of deconstruction. So watch my deconstruction video. It's one of the first videos I posted if you want to get a little bit more insight, but we're obviously still going to talk about it here. So when I realized that as a Christian, I couldn't do enough. I couldn't read my Bible enough. I couldn't pray enough. I couldn't go to church enough. I couldn't spend time in praise and worship enough because I always felt this guilt and I always felt this anxiety and I always felt this stress that I'm never doing enough for God because, you know, God is obviously omnipresent, almighty, everlasting, and all of these things. And I'm tired of that. I don't want to live in a reality where heaven and hell is all I stress about all day. I don't want to live in a reality where I, again, feel like I'm not doing enough. And going back to the omnipresent thing. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Going back to the omnipresent, everlasting, ever da-da-da-da. Why would an everlasting, all-loving, all-gracious, all-amazing God allow things like slavery? And black people aside, since the white people are going to be like, well, what about the Holocaust? The Holocaust is worse than slavery. No, it wasn't, first of all. Second, okay, fine. What about the Holocaust? What about children that are suffering? What about children that are starving? What about women that are suffering? I'm not even going to make this a feminist thing. What about men that are starving? Okay, there's people all over the world suffering every single day. And I just don't understand the concept of a God who it almost it's giving I'm picking and choosing who I'm going to love and who I'm going to give this grace to. And I am so lucky, guys. I've recently been pondering upon the fact that I am so lucky and I could really cry because I'm so blessed to live this life that I live. Like, I'm so grateful that I'm not struggling. I'm so grateful that I'm living, like, I'm not here to flex, but just know I'm living too comfortably. Like, I am so lucky, and I feel like I've won. I think it's called the economic, or there's another word for it, but I'm gonna call it the economic lottery because it's unexplainable how blessed I am. And again, it's just giving, I'm picking and choosing. I don't like that, okay? And then slavery. So you're telling me that the slave masters gave slaves the Bible, which is the most sacred text and what will set you free, but they didn't like the slaves, but they hated them, but they ate them, but they raped them, but they made them have with their mothers. I don't know what I can say on YouTube. It doesn't make sense. It has never made sense. And there's a lot of things that I would hear my pastor say in church when I was a Christian, and I'd be like, wait, what? But I would almost like force myself to understand it. For example, Adam and Eve. Whenever Eve ate the apple or whatever the fruit was, and now women are forced to go through extreme pain while doing labor, while going through childbirth. I never understood. I just never understood, and I'm tired of acting like this is normal, and I'm tired of acting like I stand for this, and I'm tired of acting like this isn't all programming, and I'm tired of acting like I'm Christian because I'm not, okay? Right now I identify as agnostic, but I don't even like titles in the first place. I'm just a human, okay? Nature is my religion. I'm just a human at the end of the day. Okay, now that I say I'm just a human, let's get into race. So we did talk, me and my friend, because this is how this whole thing started, but me and my friend talked about race, and I was just thinking about how I saw this video, I think it was actually today or yesterday, of this guy talking about how people that come from different countries and cultures come to America, and then they see how we categorize people like white people, black people, Asian people, Hispanic people, and they're like, whoa, we just see it as, for example, everyone is human, like there's no such thing as, the categories. And that bothers me. That really bothers me. I know that physically first of all, I'm not even black, I'm brown. That's not the point. I know physically I'm black, and physically if you're white, then you're white. But at the end of the day, it's literally just my ancestors lived in a hotter place, so their body adapted to that. And your ancestors, if you were white, lived in a colder place, and your body adapted to that. So there's no such thing as race. It's really just adaptation. And that's why racism is so stupid, because it's like, you're mad at me for my ancestors' adaptation. Like, it's so stupid. The concept of race and the concept of racism, it's actually mind-blowing. And this is why I just cannot see myself living in America for the rest of my life, because all of these categories, all of these titles, all of these different ways to separate us, at the end of the day, it's just rage bait. At this point, it's literally just rage bait, and it actually annoys me. It actually annoys me. Alright, I'm done with race. Let's get into politics/government. I'm not going to stay here for too long, because I was telling my friend, this is not my calling. Government, politics, it's just not my passion. It's not really my thing. Even with in office, I just never really cared. Like, that doesn't affect my day-to-day, and you can argue with me in the comments, but I have made the decision that I live in a reality where a president or a leader doesn't affect my day-to-day. So even if gas prices are higher, this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but even if gas prices are higher, make more money. I'm sorry. Learn how to manage your money better. And I know that's really a tricky thing to say, but like, that's just how I view it. Like, I can't go to the White House and kick out of the office. Like, so I just have to adapt to the life that I'm already living and make the most out of it. So yeah, I really just don't see myself like really speaking too much about the government or politics. It's just not my thing. What else was there? I'm kind of blanking right now, so I'm gonna cut the video right here. Thanks for watching. Hope you could take a thing or two. I love you guys, and have a good night or day or evening or afternoon. Bye.